the lot. Told him fuck 12, fuck SWAT. Busting all the bells out the box. I just hit a lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box. Pour up the whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy. I got the mojo deals. We been trapping like the 80s.
What up, though? This is episode 200. We made the 200 hustle.
Welcome. 200.
200, episode 200 of the Miko podcast. I just want to shout out my YouTube watchers. I appreciate you guys. It's not to say I don't appreciate the listeners. There's way more listeners. But my YouTube watchers, I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all loyal. You checking in every week. Thank you very much. Please continue to send my link around. That's the only reason we made it to 200. Because of y'all. So thank you. This will not be a long episode. We didn't give you our Super Bowl picks on purpose. What? So what the fuck?
We gonna see.
We didn't give you our Super Bowl picks, so that's what this episode is about. I have nothing planned. No outline, no questions, no subjects, no topics, nothing. All we're going to talk about is the Super Bowl, who we're going to pick. So it's going to be short, but I do have an interview with one of the players, maybe two. I'm still working on the second one, for the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Joining the Miko podcast is safety for the Super Bowl contending Kansas City Chiefs. Jordan Lucas is joining the show. Hello, Jordan.
What's up, me? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. I'm so pumped to have you on. You're my first Super Bowl guest ever.
You know what? And that means a lot to me. You know, definitely been paying attention to the podcast and everything that you post on the gram, and I'm just glad that you got me on today.
Girl, he is fine. I like to rush that.
Yes. So I wanted to, first of all, introduce you to my listeners so they know who you are. So can you tell them where you're from?
Yes. My name is Jordan Lucas. I'm from New Rochelle, New York. Went to New Rochelle High School. Went to Penn State, played there. Actually got drafted to Miami.
Right.
Spent 2 years in Miami, 2 years on the Chiefs, and here we are.
Here we are. So has it always been your dream to be in the NFL? You were a typical football guy. Did you play any other sports?
I wouldn't say it was always my dream to be in the NFL. It was always my dream to play professionally in whatever I did. I played basketball, I played baseball, and I ran track. So I did it all. Yeah, I did it all. But my father, he told me at one point, it's going to come a time where you have to choose one sport. And I never knew when that time was going to be. But as I got like 14 years old and I stopped playing baseball, that's when I started narrowing it down. Okay, cool. So you got drafted by the Miami Dolphins. You happened to be coming in the year that I left a whole trail of shit on my way out. You came into the secondary, the DB locker room at that. Give me the tea. What was they saying about me?
You get out of here.
Get out.
What was the stories that you heard?
Well, you know Coach Lou. And
yeah.
Coach Lou loves y'all guys. Loves you, loves Grimy. So with him, it was always, you know what? Nah, everybody said, you know, Meek's a little crazy. Like, he ain't no wrong with being a little crazy, but Meek's right here with me. You know, and all the guys on the team, everybody loves you. They love your character. They love your transparency. And you're just a rider, you know? And you know, that's what everybody would say. So
what was your opinion? You didn't think anything? Was you like, yo, who is this crazy ass girl?
Nah, I really didn't think anything of it. I was just like, she's riding for a man. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people would want that. You know, and I think that's a hidden art that you lose with some women nowadays. But yeah, no, I just thought you was just cool. That's it.
It was cool. Okay, good. It's good to know. Because I mean, I always knew that the guys fuck with me, they ride with me and everything. But you know, sometimes the media likes to like try to spread stories like, oh, the guys in the locker room didn't like her, and I'm like,
how is the media gonna say that?
Right? They don't know. They hated me, so they try to make it like everybody else hated me. But it's all good. It's all good. So did you enjoy your time in Miami? Like, were you upset when you got traded? Were you bothered? Were you pissed off? Like, what was your thoughts when they traded you?
I was actually happy I got traded. Yeah, I was on the way. Me and my wife was on the way to the what concert was it? The Jay-Z and Beyonce concert.
Okay.
I'm at the Miami Heaters, and I get a call from Tannenbaum and Greer. Said, hey, we got the good news and bad news. I said, give me the bad first. So they were like, the bad news is you're not going to be a Miami Dolphin. The good news is the Kansas City Chiefs called to trade for you. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like in my head, I'm thinking like, yo, let's go. Like I just felt like it was time for me to get out of Miami, and just start over somewhere else. You know, it's just like in anything with like when your time's done. You know when there's nothing left there for you to learn. Like you can't learn anything from the situation anymore. It's just dead. It's just stale, and that's how I felt. You know, that year in Miami. So I was happy and shit.
You was happy. Well, I mean, I would have been happy too. I mean, you're playing with Patrick Mahomes, and I have to ask you, what is it like having a quarterback like him? Like, you know, the league is moving towards the more athletic black quarterback, and he seems to have everything. Like, is it just a joy knowing that every single Sunday, you pretty much have a chance to win every game unless y'all fuck it up? No,
it definitely is. It's very exciting because you look at him, he's so young, and he's one of the smartest guys I've ever been around. And you need that at the QB position. He's the first one in the building every day, last one out. And, you know, that's kind of cliche for some quarterbacks, but he's really that, you know. And I just remember one time being on the sideline this year, and he was hurt. Offense is out on the field, and he's just like, oh, they're in cover 2. This is a touchdown to 10. Watch this drop. I'm looking at him like,
oh,
and next thing you know, it happens. But this wasn't the first time. Like after this wasn't the first time that he's done that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, this dude is crazy, man. I can't wait at this point, I couldn't wait till he got back from that injury earlier this season, because I'm like, yo, the league is in for a hurting.
Yeah. Make sure you tell Matt Moore that I said I love him and I miss him. We are very good friends. And every time I see him, I tell him I love him. So he'll probably laugh.
Yeah, no, Maddie's that guy.
When you guys, when he went down and I was on my podcast and I said that you guys have one of the best backups in the league. And people didn't believe me. And I was trying to explain to them why Matt Moore is so good. I had, you know, bird's eye view of watching him behind Tannehill, which was so disrespectful to his talent. But I knew that you guys were in good hands. Did you guys feel comfortable with him stepping in?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think, you know, the team definitely gravitated towards him. First of all, he's a great dude, very easy to get along with. And he's very knowledgeable. Been around the league for plenty of years. And the fact that they went and picked him up from coaching high school football says a lot. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even in the league anymore.
Right.
They picked him up from coaching high school football. And I just remember telling everybody, like, yo, this dude got it, man. He's the reason we went to freaking playoffs my rookie year. Yeah. He got us to playoffs.
Yes, he was. So you guys obviously have like a dynamic offense. You got so many weapons on that offense. I want to know from you, you play in the secondary, who's the toughest cover? Is it tough Kelsey? Is it Hill? Like, Like, you guys have so many weapons. What is it all tough?
Yo, to be honest, each one of them, they put you in tough positions because defensively, you try to take away one dude, somebody's always going to be open. You can't focus on one guy because you do that. You focus too much on Kelsey. 10's open, 14's open, 17's open. We got so much speed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's ridiculous. DeMarcus is open, number 11. Like, I don't even know how defenses try to play us, but it never works. Obviously, you see Pat throwing for freaking 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, sometimes 5 a game. Like, it's tough. It's
But you guys are getting ready to play against what I consider the best defense in the league. Your defense has been known to struggle in the secondary. I will say the latter part of the season, it seems like you guys really stepped it up. What does it feel like hearing about how great this defense is and you guys coming in and you being a defensive player also?
I mean, at this point, we really don't even pay attention to stuff like that because we know where we fall short at. And at this point, late in the season, we got one more game to play. And we're just trying to put it all together because we haven't had, and we probably never will have that perfect game. But as long as everyone does their 111, that's pretty much a perfect game to us. You know what I'm saying? So as far as all the praise that we've gotten towards the latter end of the season, man, it goes one ear and out the other. The W is the only thing that feels good.
Man. So speaking of the W, you got here to get a W. Give my listeners a bird's eye view of your experience so far Super Bowl week. Like, what's different? What's kind of crazy? What's normal? Like, give us a little tea.
It's just the accessibility. This week more than ever, we had to be, accessible to the media, accessible to fans, and as a player and me as a young up-and-coming player, if I see a fan out there, who am I to be like, wow, no, I don't feel like signing stuff like that. No, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for some people. Some people never make it here, So just making sure that you're out there, you're doing all the little things so that when it gets this point in the week, everything's just quiet down. Mm-hmm. You can really just focus in on what you came here for.
What you came here for. So let me get to this question. I just saw you posted some cleats on your Instagram. Seemed like a very, very personal story. Can you tell my listeners about it?
Yeah. So, I'll just give you the whole backstory. Ray Rice is my brother-in-law, mm-hmm. and he's hometown hero. Everybody loves him. You played football, you wanted to be like him, And as a kid, I always used to joke like, I want to be better than you, this and that, yada yada. And fast forward to now. Freaking last year, we lost in the AFC Championship to the Patriots. Mm-hmm. The year before he won, he lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship. Both of our first children born on the same exact day. And they're 7 years apart. So this is where the sevens start coming into play. They're 7 years apart. He won the Super Bowl 7 years ago. And we happened to be on the phone a few weeks before, I think, the second round of the playoffs. And he said, yo, mark my words, y'all going to play the 49ers in the Super Bowl. Mm. Just like they did. And it's just like, it's like, it just all sounds crazy. And then you just start piecing the story together, and it's like, damn. Like, what? So that was 7 years ago. My number is 24. My son just turned 1. 2 plus 4 plus his 1. That's the third 7. So,
go ahead.
kids on the same day. They're 7 years apart. He won 7 years ago. My number plus my son's age. That's that third 7. Now, he won that Super Bowl after his daughter turned 1. My son just turned 1.
Yes, yesterday, right?
Yesterday.
Oh my God. So you just feel like it's a win. It's a win.
Go ahead.
So besides that, why do you think that you guys will win the game? Like, why should people pick the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl?
Just how hungry everybody is. Like, going out there at practice today, the energy was different than any Friday. Like, any Friday. I'm talking about from top to bottom. Like, everybody on that field. There wasn't one assignment missed. Like, we were in tune, and we knew it too. We all felt it, and we all just speaking positive energy to each other. And this is one of the closest team I've ever been on. Like, there's not one person on this team that would go out and say, nah, I don't really like this person like that. Like, everybody's cool. Now listen to me. You know how teams are.
Yes, I do.
You know the toxicity of teams. There's none of that here. I saw that last year. The first 2 days being here last year after I got traded, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, is this real? Like, coming from Miami, like, you know the vibes.
Yeah.
You know, and I just think that you just got to pinch yourself sometimes in moments like this when you're with a team like this, because everybody is cool, you know. Everybody gels well, and it shows.
That's good, because I know, as being a pro athlete as well, like, sometimes that's like the biggest battle. If you have issues in the locker room or people not getting along and stuff like that, you just get in the way. Even if you're the better team, sometimes that stuff just kind of, you know, gets in the way of the chemistry and the flow of the game. And so I know that energy in anything you do is very important. So I'm happy that you guys have that. What are you going to do? What's the first thing you're going to do when you win the Super Bowl?
First thing I'm gonna do, get my son, you know, definitely share that moment with him. You know, that's the first thing I'm gonna do, just because he was actually doing the Super Bowl last year. Funny thing, he was due February 3rd last year, and we were almost in that thing too. But yeah, man, he's just taught me so much this year. You know, a lot of the things that I lack of being his father. You know, I just learned a lot from him, you know, and I appreciate him so much. I love him so much. So, you know, after we win that thing, seeing him and him being the reason I do all this, yeah, I gotta get my boy. Yeah,
You gotta get your boy.
Yeah.
Man, that's so good. Well, I don't want to hold you up. I know that you guys have tight schedules. You got a cough.
Yeah, my throat getting dry.
Oh, okay. But I wanted to thank you for joining me. We got to get you on again for a full-length interview so I can get your opinion on some stuff. You know, I like to get in people's business.
Yo, I'm all for it, Miko. All you gotta do is just let me know when. I'm there.
Okay, I got you for sure. Well, good luck. Be great. I'm wishing the best for you guys. I think you guys have an incredible team. It all looks good. It definitely looks good. And you right here in Miami, where they drafted you, traded you, you know, it just feels like the right place, right?
Yo, I never thought I'd be happy coming back like this. For real.
You back in the old locker room, you know?
Oh, man. Yo, it's just full circle, though. It's full circle. So, you know, it's only right. Like, everything's lining up. So it's only right that we get it done.
Okay, well, I appreciate you once again, and make sure you enjoy yourself regardless, and be safe. in these Miami streets.
Oh man, I'm in the telly with it. Man, look.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for having me though.
Yes, thank you for joining me.
All right.
Okay, bye. So Hustle, first of all, episode 200. It's a big moment. I also have to thank you. You have probably been my most consistent co-host. I feel like you like low-key a co-host of the show. Do you feel that way?
I feel that way for the most part. I feel that way. I'm happy to be part of 200. I remember when you was doing number 1. So I got to be happy. I was over your house. Remember I was at your house that time. You like, I did it.
I still got the video. It was one of my practice episodes that I was doing early on. I was, just before I put out episodes, I was working. I was recording myself. I was interviewing people. And I was just trying to train myself and learn the business and learn how to keep somebody's attention. Because, you can sit there and just talk on the mic and it can be boring and not fun and it cannot flow. So I was like really practicing a lot, and I appreciate you practicing with me. And then when it was a real deal, you just been riding with me whenever I call you. Unless you got some pussy coming over, then you own it.
No. For the most part, the pussy understand. They look forward to it. I'm gonna go be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. It just depends on.
Last week we had to edit the podcast because you had. Never mind.
God damn. You gotta this.
My bad. I be forgetting I gotta shut up sometimes. All right, zippity zip. I just wanted to say thank you too for your loyalty and for just riding with me. I also like to thank you for your honesty and your brutal honesty and your opinion, because being on a podcast with me, you have to be you got to be strong-minded. You got to be firm and willing to argue, because I be arguing and shit. And when I got there, I cracked the motherfucking whip when I was there. I realized that the Bucks is a cheap motherfucking organization. They don't do shit for the players, let alone the family. So I told them I wanted a goddamn parking pass for the wives. I wanted our own tailgate. I wanted our fucking family area was so fucking small. They didn't even have water in that bitch. They didn't have nothing. I was telling them that we needed a daycare for the kids. All these things that all these other teams provide, the Bucks was not doing it. And so I told them, if y'all don't get all this stuff done, I'm just going to go public about a whole bunch of shit that I know about this team, just cause a problem. That's just what I do, On
purpose.
On purpose. I mean, I'm going to pick this subject because I know he going to want to argue with me. So I just appreciate you just always willing to argue your point, bringing facts behind it, not just bullshit opinion and everything. And even when you're wrong, it always comes from a knowledgeable place. I feel like when I'm wrong, it's always not just, she just wrong. No, there were some facts behind it. Some people just talk. They just run their mouth, haven't thought about it. No history, no research. And you be bringing your shit. So I really appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to be on the platform with you, to share my knowledge to the world. This is my life.
Well, I'm glad. And that's like I told you. If I go somewhere, you got to come with me. I really do feel like you have a gift in sports. And I feel like maybe you should be coaching as well or doing something. So I don't know where,
We're working toward it.
Working towards that? Okay, cool. Now you got your ass whooped the last couple of weeks in these picks. Okay? Yep.
Last week we was 1-1.
Yeah, in the week before that.
You handed it to me. You had to go. See, I don't mind paying homage, giving props, doing those things when someone have a good week. That just lets you know how far and few that you have. But we're here. Hey.
We're here now. So we're here. This is the final pick of the 2019-2020 season. It is the most important one because, outside of, the people, I've already educated the people on how much money that the players make in the playoffs, which is pennies, and not pennies to an average person. But when you work an average job, you can't expect to get paid hundreds of thousands or millions, every week. But the playoffs and the Super Bowl is a ripoff for the players. So if you're going to get to the playoffs and not get paid, $25,000 the first week, $40,000 the second week, $58,000 the third week, and the Super Bowl winner gets, I think, $112,000. The winner. So if you're gonna get ripped off by the NFL, you might as well make it to this game, right?
Man, big facts. Big.
Yeah.
Big facts.
And although the Super Bowl ring will not get you any money, it won't get you a new contract.
See, I didn't know all this.
No, it won't get you a new contract. It won't be worth anything. Like if you sell it, you might get a couple $100 for it. It might get you some pussy. You could get that. But what you really are getting out of the Super Bowl is just being in the elite group of people that performed on the greatest stage at the right time. That's what the Super Bowl winner is. And so I tip my hat and I give props to both teams just for making it here because it's tough. This isn't like basketball or baseball or even soccer where, you can take games off. Some games don't matter. Every single game matters in the NFL.
Snap. Every snap.
Yeah. And so you've got it for a reason. And so I want us to have fun, but I want to know who you think did the work, got here, and will leave with the trophy.
I gotta go with the Chiefs.
Talk to me.
I gotta go with my homeboy.
Okay.
I got to. And I already know you're going with San Francisco, but I gotta go with Kansas City.
Anything yet?
I just know you like my sister, man. I know what's going on. But just know that I don't know, man. I'm nervous. I'm super nervous. But this is it right here.
Why the Chiefs? Why did you pick them?
I feel like this Andy Reid time and great. I feel like great offense beat great defense most of the time anyway. For the most part, I know we got maybe like the Denver when Denver played Seattle. That's the closest. Probably the last matchup was kind of close when you had the number one top offense and the top defense. You remember when Peyton Manning against the Legion of Boom, and they wrecked shop against. That's what makes me scared. Cause I'm, looking at San Francisco defense in the same light as that Seattle defense, how they made Peyton Manning them look. I'm a little nervous, but I just Pat Mahomes is the best quarterback I've seen in a long time, man. It's just he makes the impossible look easy.
So you saying he's better than Lamar Jackson?
Hell yeah, you know that.
No, I'm just asking.
No, see, Lamar Jackson he's dynamic. He's a great player. He was the MVP. We know, but he got some growth to do as well as a quarterback still. But shit, now what Pat Mahomes doing is just different. It's shit.
Yeah, so I did a little research and it wasn't really much. I just wanted to, first of all, just take a look at the rosters, the age, experience. And then once I looked at all that and saw like these teams are just not all that experienced. There ain't no like OG, like outside of Sammy Watkins, Richard Sherman on the 49ers. It's a pretty young group of guys, new bunch of new faces, a bunch of names we never heard of. It's like a changing of the guards right now in the NFL. Like how we saw Aaron Rodgers lose, we seen Tom Brady lose. It just seems like the era of the young guys.
It is. That's true when you look at it like that. Yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, so as far as the teams is kind of equal. I will give the Chiefs the best offense, and I will give the 49ers the best defense. And if those two, cancel each other out, then you have the 49ers, who have a really, really dominant offense, and you have the Chiefs, who don't have a dominant defense overall, but they have completely changed in the last 4 games, including the playoffs. They look like a completely different defense. And so, to me, like you said, offense outweighs defense. I would have to give the matchup to the 49ers on their offense, but also to the Chiefs on their offense. Then I broke it down. Okay, let me look at the coaches. Then you got Andy Reid, who, you know, was getting to the playoffs every year with Alex Smith. You have to give him props for that. You know, he's getting there. You know, he got there with McNabb, even though things didn't work out the way we all was hoping, you know, for McNabb. And now you got a 49ers coach who I remember him. I didn't realize until later on that he was coaching. He was the reason that the Falcons were actually balling so well at that time. And so it all makes sense now why Garoppolo and this scheme looks familiar, because Coleman was also the running back for the 49ers when he was there. They also had Freeman, you know, they had Julio. So their teams look very, very similar to the Falcons, who, you know, were flourishing before he left. And so after those 3 comparisons, I decided that I'm going with the Chiefs. There.
You said all that shit about the 49ers. Every comment you made was references to all these things that the 49ers had and what made them good. Still said you got to go.
No, I don't need to talk about the Chiefs' offense. You already did that. Like, I talked about the Chiefs' offense.
No. You said 49ers got a dominant defense, and you said their offense is what?
Their offense would, to me, outperforms the Chiefs' defense, but the last 4 games has been completely different. Even their secondary is playing way different. In the beginning of the season, their secondary was garbage. They was just getting trucked by everybody. But that shit changed after about week 15. They just seem like a more solid group. It just seems like they're all just gelling. And I don't know if it's coaching, but they all just appear to be on a better page. And it might have something to do with the defensive line getting more pressure on the quarterbacks and stepping up, which gives the secondary, you know, a little advantage. When your D-line is pressuring the quarterback, balls don't come out as clean. You know, they're not sure. It might be, you know, rolling around a little bit, and it gives your secondary opportunity to get their hands on it, deflections, or, you know, make a route, make an impossible route happen. And I just feel like when it comes to offense, I think that coaching, they have a better scheme, the 49ers, but they don't have a better team on offense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, Chiefs have a very superior offense, but I mean, the 49ers defense on some nights can be just as superior.
Yes,
that's what I picked the Chiefs, and this is more so like a fan pick as well for me. You know, this is not my pick. Is not total football analysis, making the best logical pick. I'm not lying. It's some fan love of mine because I want my homeboy to win. So
I want the 49ers to win as well. I got a friend on the team, Quan Alexander. I got a friend on the Chiefs, Jordan Lucas. I got these friends on both sides, and I want them both to be successful. But I just have to – I truly, truly believe that the 49ers, although they don't have a blitz, they don't do anything different. They just rush forward, and they always get to the quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is going to be a challenge for them, the way he's moving, and I'm not going to act like they still not going to get to him, because I believe they will. But I think that they might have to do something different. They might have to blitz. They might have to send something different so that it doesn't look the same as it's been looking on defense. And they put out the film, and nobody can still stop it. So it's not like you have to change. But in the Super Bowl situation, I would think that they might show him something a little bit different. But I just still feel like he's so athletic, and his IQ is so high, and then he's got all these weapons, and it's just going to be tough. It's going to be tough. You can't double anyone. You can't double Hill. You can't double Kelsey. You can't double. you know. And if Damian Williams is doing his thing, it's gonna help. Now on the 49ers side, they got two-headed monsters at running back. They got Kittles at receiver. They have a great offense too. They really do. But their meat and potatoes is their defense. And if the Chiefs, who start the game slow every fucking week, if they should just so happen to not start slow and start early, it is going to be a problem. And I don't want to pick the Chiefs. I just think the Chiefs are going to win. I think they're going to win. Hey,
y'all, I'm sorry to everybody, y'all. I feel like I need to revisit this and take the fan out of this because I don't know. Like, I'm looking, like, I'm thinking, like even last year, them sorry-ass Rams offense was like a well-oiled machine all season. Then they get to the Super Bowl and they just act like they forgot how to play football. So that's why I said I'm nervous, but you know what? I'm gonna rock with the Chiefs. I'm gonna rock with Mahomes. I gotta go. He got to be better than Jared Goff. So yeah, I'm gonna.
Goff.
Yeah, you know the Rams have the number 2 offense.
Oh yeah, that's when you're new. Like, that's another thing about the 49ers. When you got a new scheme and you got new bells and whistles, it's tough for somebody to pick it up. And I think what happened with the Rams is everybody picked up on their scheme, and then with their running back being injured every other week and not being able to hold that weight, kind of like what Dak Prescott went through whenever y'all running back wasn't there and he had to like carry the team. It didn't work out.
Yeah, I see how she tried to throw a shot back at me. Did y'all? Oh, baby. Okay.
Last time. Your boy said y'all will get to the Super Bowl next year already. Skip Bayless.
Man, I can't. I'm not saying nothing.
Y'all see how he jinxed y'all every time.
Bro, I can't say nothing because I was so hyped about last year. And then we started at 3. My chest was out.
Y'all was lit. Y'all was talking cash shit, and then all of a sudden the schedule shifted, and y'all had to play some real opponents, and then we found out. That's really what happened.
We got to coach now, though. So we probably got the best coach in the conference.
Here we go. Here we go. Anyway, I won't argue that, but relax. Let's just wait, okay? Let's not even start talking this until like July, August. All right?
Hey.
So we both picked the same team this week. Is that weird? Should I just pick the 49ers?
Yeah, that shit made me want to revisit. Made me feel like something wrong with my pick. Because I'm going against all my data that I researched. All my research says pick the 49ers.
Right.
Everything in my research say pick the 49ers.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But I just think that this is the Chiefs' year. I think it's a changing of the guard. I really think that Mahomes is really about to be the future of the league. And if he loses this Super Bowl, I don't know. You gotta win this Super Bowl. If you win this Super Bowl, if you beat the best defense in the league, the best defense we've seen in a long time, that right there just solidifies who you are and how you're gonna be the rest of your NFL career. Now every year it's gonna be the Super Bowl going through Kansas City.
I don't know. I really feel like you can't take it for granted. Like, you good, your quarterback does give you a chance to win the Super Bowl, but in the NFL, you cannot take it for granted because moments change games. Just like that offsides took Kansas City out of the Super Bowl last year. Mm-hmm. Moments could change games. Like, sometimes quarterbacks or players make plays that change the whole dynamic of a game. Period. So. They got to try to take advantage of this opportunity now because it ain't promised. I don't give a fuck how good. See how Aaron Rodgers only won 1 Super Bowl?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough to get back.
Yeah, so he got to try to take it. He has to try to take advantage, in my opinion. This is not no guarantee because now Russell Wilson's good, Deshaun Watson's good. Lamar Jackson here, like there's other quarterbacks who just as good or just as hungry and young,
Yeah.
Nah.
And I feel like they should have won last year too. I truly feel like they should have beat the Patriots. You know, I had them winning that game. But, you know, I just feel like they know what it's like to lose. They know what it's like to not get there. They you know, they should be ready. It's time. And if you're not ready right now, Tom Brady ain't in the way, Aaron Rodgers ain't in the way, like, what you waiting on?
This is going to be so negative. This loss affects Andy Reid more than anybody else in this game. Nobody's under more pressure right now than Andy Reid to win this game.
You're right. When you're right, you're right.
No, if he loses this, they gonna go back. Last year failure, the Donovan now throwing, man, they gonna go back. It's not gonna. He gonna be the Buffalo Bill. He gonna be the Buffalo Bill of coaching.
That's sad. That's fucking sad. They went 4 times, my nigga, and lost. Oh. Yeah. Well, also, listen, we're going to get out of here because I got a lot to do. I got to do this celebrity basketball game, these red carpet interviews. You flying in, right? You pulling up?
Yeah, I'll be in tomorrow. I'll be in tomorrow about 10.
All right, well, cool, my nigga. Hit me up. I'm going to see you tomorrow.
All right, y'all. Talk to you later.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Well, there you have it. We have made our picks. Believe it or not, I did pick the Kansas City Chiefs. This is no disrespect and no knock to the Hot Boys and to the 49ers. You guys deserve it. I picked you guys to get here the entire time, and I actually was going to pick you to beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl if you got here, because I do believe that offense wouldn't have been able to beat this defense. However, Patrick Mahomes is here. He made it. Through the injuries, Matt Moore stepped in a pinch, got some wins for them when he was down. And when he came back in, it was like they didn't miss a beat. They haven't lost a game in 9 weeks, I think. They're just on a roll. 49ers are a great team. This is no diss to them. It was a tough decision. But I'm just picking the Chiefs. I hope I'm wrong, but I kind of hope I'm right. I don't know. Who did you pick? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of my opinion. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
What you got on? Promise sweatsuit made of nylon. Say my righteous girl, yeah, she say right on. When I hit the girl, right with the light on. When I hit the girl, gotta shoot 2 at her. I gotta shoot 2 at her. I stay with the blue cheddar. That girl, she got with my clone. I told that little girl that she gotta just do better. Are you serious? I swear my money is serious. Okay, all my checks, I just be clearing it. She suck my dick till she get delirious. Okay, jump on the jet so I'm clearing it. Okay, pop, but I'm not talking new. Okay, smoke that boy just like a cigarette. If that boy try to make a false move,